Hey everyone, my name is Artie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with part 3 of Echo because, well, it's been a while for me since I played it and I wanted to get back into it. So let's jump right in here, load the freaking game. So last time we met a bunch of new people, so we're gonna hopefully see what happens. Also, I apologize in advance about the dialogue in part 2 getting kind of screwed up there. My software didn't work right, but hopefully I fixed it. So, let's do this. Carl goes right back to shoving the next burger into his mouth as Flynn looks on in mild disgust. He suddenly noticed us watching him and he gives us an odd look, but that slowly morphs into a smirk as he focuses on Leo. You're looking pretty happy there, Leo. Not like you've been for the past 3 years. I furrow my brow in confusion and look up at Leo. I see him shift and he's giving Flynn a look that I don't quite understand. Well, of course I'm happy to see us all back together again. Why wouldn't he be? I look from Leo to Flynn, and it's pretty easy to imagine a bolt of electricity between them. Obviously they've had some tension. You should have seen him, Chase. He'd go days without smiling. Agreed. Leo's been kind of a dick ever since you guys left. Aw, Leo. Don't be a dick. Isn't Jenna a counselor? Hey, you should have a session with Leo. I'm still an undergrad. I'm not going to counseling anyway. That would just make me sad. TJ is busy trying to hold his sandwich together and eat it at the same time. Not very successfully, but he looks up as well. Leo depressed? It's hard to imagine you not smiling. You seem fine online. Yet people can change online. Has something been going on, Leo? For the first time since he's arrived, Leo looks truly uncomfortable. Oh, come on, guys. Don't make him uncomfortable. He doesn't deserve that. You didn't seem him like that very often. Flynn, on the other hand, has his trying not to smirk face on. Leo pauses, pinned down by everyone's eyes in the room. Then he takes a frustrated breath. Is he gonna go outside for smirk? Oh, okay. Can't people be bad? Can't people be sad? Not bad, sad. Can't people be sad sometimes? Yes, things have been harder, but I'm fine. I think it's pretty clear that Flynn... Leo flicks his long muzzle at the lizard. What'd you talk about before? Is just trying to get some reactions. Sure, I'm just saying you're back to your old self, but seriously, it's great. Leo makes a snorting sound. Ugh. I'm about to ask Leo what's so stressful when he lifts his paw up again to take a bite of his almost finished sandwich. Almost, not completely. I go quiet as I look at his paw. A silver anchor tied around his wrist with leather. The word otter is etched into the shank of the anchor. The name Chase is engraved into the stock. Awkward. The music stopped too. Why was he still... Chase! I jump as TJ's voice breaks through my trance, bouncing on the bed once I calm down. Leo looks at me as the bed wobbles, an eyebrow raised. TJ puts a paw to his muzzle. Oops, sorry. You were just kind of staring off into space. Yeah, I know what you were doing. TJ. I know. Chase might not, but I know. Yeah, just think about stuff. What's up? We were just talking about Endgame. Didn't you tell me that you saw that movie on the drive here? Is that like Ender's Game? I don't know. I really don't get you right now, TJ. Endgame was the worst Lions Brigade movie. You're just mad because they didn't follow the comics. Yeah, Carl. As a movie, it was... What? I'm a little confused with what the music's... I don't know. Yeah, Carl. As a movie, it was just better. I'm sure the comics are great too, though. Nah, the comics are shit. Carl tried showing them to me once. What? 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 See, this is the problem. They never follow the source material, and no one cares because they have no respect for the originals, man. I think that happens in a lot of comics. You're way too picky, Carl. Endgame was a great movie. Not you too, Leo. I don't know, I think Lions Brigade was always a bit too violent for me. What with all the shooting and punching? Oh, TJ. I've always liked the Trinity Weasel. She's the thinking man's superheroine. Carl waves his paw dismissively. Nah. The Trinity comics have always been pretty lame. They're jerk-off fodder for lonely nerds, and so's the movie. Ha! You mean like yourself? Hey. Hold up, we're talking about Trinity now? Julia Blasco? She's hella fine. Okay, NorCal Flynn up here. Just kidding. Never seen an ass like hers on a weasel before. Getting those not so common species in there, huh? That's because it's fake. No, I just like the story. It's really kind of deep if you think about it. It was hard to think about when half the shots are slow-mo and she's doing all these flips and backbends and shit. Come on, Trinity does have more story going than your average superhero movie. It's like Wonder Woman? I like Wonder Woman. Looks like Jenna's coming to DJ's defense. I think it's great that you like her character over all the meatheads. Yeah, they just stuck in all the boob shots to reel in dummies like you, Flynn. Fan service. Of course that's easy for someone like you to say. Besides... I don't... what does he mean by that? Besides, I see what's going on here. Maybe you should watch Luce Lobo, TJ. He's shirtless the whole... what? So, TJ's ears go flat, Tufts pointed at the ground. So I'm assuming they're getting a little... I don't know, something about sexuality going on here. I'd better stop it with all this saucy talk. The only way this could get any more awkward is if you got yeah, okay. We all groan in unison, but TJ shoots right back. And knowing you, that's exactly what you want to happen, isn't it, Flynn? That gets a few surprised chuckles. Damn, TJ. Where'd that come from? Same. It isn't that it is a particularly good joke, it's that it came from TJ that makes it so funny. I don't think I've ever heard him talk like that. Even Flynn can't keep from grinning a little bit. Aw, that's pretty. We talk late into the afternoon. At this point, all of my worries have disappeared, instead leaving a happy, warm feeling in its place. It seems silly that I'd worried so much about earlier. In fact, I'm starting to look forward to the rest of the week. Alright. Leo steps forward, indicating that we should all shut up. Shut up, guys! It's my turn to talk. Now, we all need to remember that Chase is here to do his school project, so that comes first. But I did make a few other plans for things that we can do on his off time. I'm pretty sure all of us know that we're going to Southwest Adventures tomorrow, so I'll pick these two up. He jerks his head towards Flynn and Carl. Hey! You guys are coming with me. Then swing by the motel to get you guys at 9, alright? Sounds good. Then I was thinking about doing some stuff in Peyton towards the end of the week, but we'll make those plans later. In between those times we should find time to hang out as well. Make the most of this. Leo looks about done, but suddenly snaps his fingers, as if remembering something. Oh yeah! Chase! I saw you had a camera. Think you could get a pic of us? It would be nice for all of us to have something that isn't camera phone quality. Oh, sure. I was messing with the self-timer earlier. Should be able to get it to work. Good job, Chase. Good job. Take those pictures. Take that, Dad. After a few minutes of me adjusting the tripod, and Leo adjusting everyone at the end of one of the beds, we managed to get into position. Alright, here goes. I set the timer and fast walked to the spot Leo saved for me. I think that was a good one. For the next 2 hours we watch a movie on TV, not really paying attention, mostly catching up with each other and how we've been. It's good to be back, and it feels like we're all just picking up where we left off 3 years ago. It's really nice. Finally, at about 10, Leo, Carl, and Flynn head out. I spend the next 20 minutes tinkering with the equipment, making sure it's all in order for shooting the next day. Once TJ finishes getting ready for bed in the bathroom, I do as well before getting into bed, head to toe with TJ. There's a soft glow from the corner as Jenna sits at the table reading something. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, waiting for her to go to sleep. There's a chain attached to my ankle as I walk away from the lake, my legs and feet caked in mud. Is this a dream? I look back, seeing the chain snaking back around the rocks and reeds before disappearing into the water. Looking ahead again, I see Leo. He's smiling, waving at me. I walk towards him and the chain stays slack, pulling easily out of the water. There's an anchor in the lake, I say. I stare at him, but he doesn't say anything and just keeps on smiling. I crouch on the rocks, wrapping the chain around my wrist a few times. Leo kneels next to me, rubbing my back and sticking out his arm to compare bracelets, saying that everyone gets one. He seems happy, but now I'm stuck here. I can't even stand up to walk. Uh-oh, that didn't sound good. Even if it was a dream. Oh, okay. Sunday. Sunday. Back on the road? Peyton is about 30 minutes away. To get there, you have to get on Route 93, which Flynn tells me isn't even called that anymore. That would make sense considering how it was impossible to find with the GPS. Yeah, stuff like that happens, unfortunately. Anyway, to get to the city, you have to merge from the remnants of 93 onto I-40, which runs straight through the city of Peyton. About 15 minutes from Peyton, we pull over at a rest stop, which sits at a higher elevation than Echo. If you're looking in the right direction, it gives you a great view of the town. I stand outside the old, run-down restroom, a paw over my eyes as I stare out over the desert. Covering the sun. I can't see. A distant, hazy view of a group of small buildings huddled together signals where the town is. That looks like a gas station, but I don't know if that's what he's talking about. From this vicarious distance, it looks small and harmless. Hard to imagine all the things that happen there. We're still left in the dark about that, aren't we? Alright, how do I use this thing? I look over and see Leo fumbling with the camera, obviously worried that he was going to break it. Same, I would be too. I walk over and show him how to use it, checking the white balance and exposure myself. Speaking of exposure... I wasn't too good with cameras, but the equipment manager at the university had given me a quick lesson on how to do things. Alright, so I want you to zoom out from Echo slowly, and while you do that I'm going to walk in frame, okay? Yeah, okay. Leo hoists the camera up and looks through the viewfinder, ears perked up and smiling. Alright, signal me when you're ready. I adjust the clip-on mic while Leo focuses the camera, then raises his paw, signaling that I should start. I walk into the frame, keeping one paw in my pocket and using the other to gesture. I hope I don't look too awkward. I always feel like I do. Same. Echo first began as a settlement in 1852 after James Hendricks discovered gold in a quartz deposit. The town grew quickly in size, and once it began to serve as a junction along Prescott Railway, it reached a peak population of 6,500 in 1877. It was at this point in time that a peculiar phenomenon of mass hysteria took over. Many say the reason this occurred was due to the discovery of a body within the gold mine, and the circumstances surrounding that discovery. Kind of reminds me of Night in the Woods. While not much is known about this event, what is known is that once it ended, a large portion of the population left Echo. Most of those who left settled in the nearby town of Peyton. However, the town still managed to prosper well enough until 1942. That's when the government stepped in to shut down the mine, as it became a federal law to divert all mining resources to the war effort. The town's population sharply declined shortly thereafter, and by the 1950s, it had dwindled to approximately 2,000 people. A shutdown of the Prescott Railway in the 1960s, followed by the bypassing of Route 93 by I-40 in 1986, was the final nail in the coffin for the town. By the 90s, the population had dwindled to just 150 people. My goal, however, is to investigate the first event which led to this town's decline, and possible demise. What happened in that mine almost 150 years ago? I've come to Echo to try and find out what information, if any, can be gleaned from the events of 1877. I wait for a few seconds, then look at Leo. That good? Yeah. I don't know how to stop this, though. Here. I walk over to take the heavy camera off Leo's paws. That was pretty good. You want to be a reporter? Maybe. I'd rather just write than be on camera, though.
Yo, Chase! What up?
21 and he's still doing that, huh? Yeah, it's a little more awkward without you three around, though. We head back in the car and I grab the camera bag from the passenger seat to put the camera away.
Hey, did you see my ass?
I didn't want to. Saw more than that. Your thing's about the Horse of Echo, right? It'll be a perfect fit. Well, if you could even fit it on the camera. Oh, Flynn. Oh, Flynn. I stashed the camera bag in the footwell before hopping in. Oh, this is an amusement park? Yeah, Southwest Adventures is an amusement park right in the middle of Peyton. It's decent enough that people come not just from Peyton, but cities up to 100 miles away to vacation here. Because of this, it's usually crowded, and today is no exception. Families and their kids are everywhere. It's generally a nice day, sunny, in the 80s, and it being on a Sunday added to the crowd. I didn't mind though. The point of this is to hang out with my friends. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving. Let's get some funnel cakes. I used to make funnel cakes. They're good. Jesus, Carl, we just got here. Hey, I didn't have any breakfast. You had breakfast alright, a blunt with the side of the munchies. I guess? It's no problem. You can do that while I plan out what we're doing. Carl ambles off, on his way to the funnel cake stand. I snagged one of the park maps from the entrance and I hand that to Leo. Alright, so usually when my family comes here, we go clockwise to hit all the rides. That sounds like a plan. It's pretty crowded today, so we probably won't be able to do everything, but in the order we'll at least be able to ride Event Horizon. Roller coaster? You sure? The line is always so long for that ride. TJ's looking up towards a tall, spiraling electric red steel roller coaster. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. It's definitely the most recognizable landmark in the park. You could see from almost anywhere in Peyton. Yep, fastest and tallest roller coaster in the West. I think it'll be worth it. Oh. TJ rubs his arm with one paw, the corner of his muzzle twitching a little bit. I had forgotten about that. He's afraid of roller coasters. He used to have a pretty pronounced motor tick where the He used to have a pretty pronounced motor tick where the corner of his mouth would twitch up over and over again. It used to be a constant thing, but it stopped once we entered middle school. Guess it hadn't gone completely away. You alright, TJ? We could skip the big rides if you... Oh hell, TJ, you're a fucking adult now. No, it's fine. I'm fine. I just haven't been on a roller coaster in a while. TJ snaps his head back towards us. He's all tensed up and the movement looks like a rubber band being snapped. Oh, poor TJ. I'm riding all the rides with you guys. TJ walks off, his paws shoved deep in his pockets. Bye, TJ. I feel bad for him, and I want to give him an out somehow, but that's when Carl comes back with his funnel cake. Can I have some? It's topped with ice cream, powdered sugar, and strawberries. Exactly the type I used to make. Anyone want to share? Yeah, that looks really good. No? Alright, guess I'll have to eat the whole thing. Great, now we gotta wait for Fat Ass to finish eating. Not sure how I feel about Flynn. Anyway, Carl pulls his face out of the cake. Even with his white fur, I can see the powdered sugar clinging to his chin. Nah, I can eat in the line. We're going on Event Horizon first? The wait will be an hour long, at least. And that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this, leave a like. And if you want to see more, comment down below or comment about something else you want to see. So, the next episode, we'll get to ride the roller coaster, I'm assuming. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!